was one of the very significant decree of the Pani Hakka Samiti, and he is instrumental in that. He is also a part of the Mumbai's development plan campaign, which has managed to now put a freeze on the development plan, and it is managed to also, in a large measure, create an understanding about the development plan amongst residents of the city, and has engaged with the municipal corporation to make the plan more inclusive and to provide real alternatives to the planning process. So with this, I would invite Sita to come and talk.
Friends, thank you very much for presence in this gathering. I'll keep my presentation very short, and we'll try to wind it up within a 20-25 minutes, and then we can have a discussion and you can ask questions. So we'll do that way. When it comes to water, so we always start that water is a life. So first essay on water we are writing in a primary school or secondary school is water is a life. पानी क्या है? जीवन है. Water is a life. So you all know that. So I am not repeating that. And how it is a life. Okay. In India, water is a life in essays. But in reality, we are having a history. Okay? Actually, like you know the two cities concept, like we are having a history of two waters. So one water started with, if any person who is thirsty coming to you and you are giving a water to him or her, it's a punya. Okay? Dharma. If you know about the Kumbh Mela, so you are just entering in one flow of water and all the scenes are washed away. That is the water. You may see that if a person who gone to the smashan, means काय बोलतो आपण स्मशानला? Crematory. So, and comes back, then into it, before entering to the house, some people throw water on him or her. Okay, now you are pavitra, pure, and you can enter into the house. So that is the strength, that is the culture. That is the one side. The another side is this is the water, where we denied him access to water and say, because you are from this background, social background, you are not allowed to drink water. If he wants to drink a water and he is thirsty and I want to do a punya, then he has to take one bowl of sand, and then I'll pour water into the bowl, and then after I'm moving 10 feet far from him, then he can drink that. That is also a culture. So these two waters we are having. Now somebody can think that, oh, it's a history, right? So people fought for it, this caste, this Dalits, And okay, now nobody is denying water to anybody. But somebody can say, no, maybe in a rural areas this is still, these kind of rituals or these kind of systems are still in presence. So now, today, its presence within our vicinity, in our neighborhoods, in our city. So these both cultures are still existing within our cities. And how they are existing within our cities. So that, let's understand some tech info and we'll come back to this discussion. What is how the Mumbai's water is flowing, and we'll go with some statistics, some ideas, and then we'll come again and discuss about the details of how we all want to go ahead with the water. Okay, so next. So yeah, this is all. So these are some very important judgments, developments. Why? Because we all think that water is life and everybody has a right to water. We all think that, we assume. Our constitution says that what? Right to life with dignity. Each and every citizen has a right to life with dignity. And without water, it is impossible. But not a single act says water is a right, or water is a fundamental right. Okay, so we have to approach to the global mechanisms to set that water is a right, water is very necessary to the life. And finally, not only people like you and me, but many people like us in the globe says that we need to clearly accept and recognize that safe and clean drinking water is a human right. And after a long struggle, on the 20th of July 2010, in a General Assembly of the United Nations, it is accepted and recognized that right to water is a human right. And very surprisingly, India is a signatory to that recognition. Yeah. Then there is what it means then. Then what it means if recognized then there should be availability. So availability is one indicator. So each and every person should get a water. The another indicator is quantity, enough water. Anybody know how much water you need for a day? Pardon? कोई एक loudly बोलो फिर 90 liter per capita, right? Any other figure is there?
130
No?
liters.
Pardon?
130 liters.
130 liters.
It used to
You are
be.
nearby. Good. But its a national standard is 135 liter per capita per day. This is the water we need in urban, in cities. So that quantity is very important. And some people who are having a health issues, so if I am facing the diarrhea problem, I need more water. Okay. For both purposes. So then a quality. Okay. Then what is quality? Quality is basically that person or a human being feels like I can drink this. That is one. So it should be clean. But every clean water is not a safe water. It should be safe also. Or there are many things that you can drink. It should be accessible. accessible means people can get access, and that accessibility should be allowed. So water is not a property of any person or of any government. It's a commonwealth. Okay. It's a commonwealth. We can't even as a government or as an Indian, we can't say that this Ganga will flow from India, that's why it's only our water. No. It's a global. So that's why accessibility is very important. Okay. So there should not be a discrimination, there should not be a information accessibility. That is very important. Information accessibility means what? If I am not getting water, but I don't know why I am not getting water. So that information, what is the reason behind denial of water, should be informed to me. And then I can react on it, no? React or reply or respond or something like that. This is Supreme Court judgment, we can ignore. Yeah, National Water Policy, now its recent development is, even in 2013 there is a new National Water Policy, which again says that very important, very necessary. All the policies are starting with it's a fundamental need of the people. But it's not a right. It's a economic good. They are saying the policies are having main three things. One, water is an economic good. There is a scarcity of water, and that's why we have to give that economic value, and then people will save the water. Ask Ambani. Because of that price tag to the water, is they saving the water? Okay, it's easy to ask Ambani. Ask yourself. I'll come on that. How much money you are paying on the water? Not on Bisleri and Himalaya, okay? Not on Bisleri and Himalaya. For what you have tap water, how much money? It's just recollect the memories when you see the bill last time. Okay. So, urban areas, inner cities, as per the 74th Constitutional Amendment, it is a responsibility of municipal corporations to provide water to all the citizens of the city, of the municipal corporation, living in a municipal corporation. And then many municipal laws means this is the data information you can use, but that is the basic purpose. And water is not only used for the domestic purpose. What is meant by domestic purpose? Domestic purpose is drinking water, and water you are using for the sanitation and cleanliness and many other things. Okay, so that is domestic purpose. Then other is the industrial purpose. So MIDC and all that kind of industrial purpose, and commercial purpose. What is meant by commercial purpose? The shops, establishments, malls, hospitals, hotels, all that industry is a commercial purpose. Okay, so I'm just keeping these state laws and all because we just want to concentrate on the Okay. So it is again how the Municipal Corporations 1888 Act is making it obligatory duty of the municipal corporation to supply the drinking water to all citizens of Mumbai. Please. So let's understand how Mumbai's water we are getting from. Okay, next. Yeah. So these are the some pointers, but I'll give you a brief that, like you may see here, that only 3% of water is in Mumbai. 3% of water, what we are using for the day-to-day use, only 3% of water is in Mumbai. And 97% of water is coming in the Mumbai for us. From Thane, from Nashik, now maybe from Gujarat or Koina, Satara. Okay. So, that is many dams, 7, 8 dams, that kind of data we can share, but 7, 8 dams now, which is having 3,350 million liter per day. Million liter per day water coming into the city. It is purified water at the international standard. At the international standard in the Bhandup and Panjapur. Okay, purification plants. Our plant is globally #1 plants. Many people always say that municipality का पानी कितना गंदा होता है. Agreed. But it's only 5%. So we are very ahead from even Europe on that standards. So Europe has a 12% contamination. Municipal corporation has a 5% contamination. Okay. Yeah. Next. And all this water is coming, so that we are discussing again, from the agricultural districts. So all the water required for agriculture, we are taking it for the city. Okay, I am not saying for the drinking purpose, because city has many purposes. Okay. Then, yeah, so these are some kind of a datas. The cost of purification. The interesting is that this part, there are 23 reservoirs. So from the Bhandup and Panjapur, water is coming to the city, and there are 23 reservoirs. So you are aware about reservoirs, water reservoirs? Anybody sees or visited any reservoir? Malabar Hill, right? And any other except Malabar Hill, that's very known, Hanging Garden. Any other reservoir? Okay. So just find it out. Huh? I'm not going to tell you. Okay. So there are 23. It's more on the hills, many times on the hills, because then through the gravity, the water can reach to the taps. These are the data I already shared that. So these are the durations and sources, and we started with 1,000 people population, 3,000 people population in 1824. But after that, now the population is going in crores plus, and we are getting more and more water. Okay, so here is one figure. 3,720 million liter per day, and I told you that we are getting 3,350. So there is a difference. That difference, we are giving a little bit water to Thane Municipal Corporation. We are giving a little bit water to the Nagar Parishad and Gram Panchayat of local districts where the dams are. So that is the difference. Okay. So this is again Asian fact. Okay. In whole Asia, Mumbai Municipal Corporation is the only corporation which is owning a dams. They are pioneer in the water management. Even China is consulting to India for the water management, and not only India, means very specifically Municipal Corporation of Mumbai. Okay, so these are some facts which are very important. Okay, we'll see that later. Okay, I'll explain that. That is, the population growth is going high, the demand is again going high, and supply is again going very slightly along with the demand. And that is what the trends what we are looking. This is a data of last 6 years. Then our availability, okay, so 135 LPCD. So there is a correction coming also. So is Mumbai Municipal Corporation giving water for all, to all? What do you think? It's a question. Are you? Am I making perfect question? Is Mumbai Municipal Corporation is giving water to all or not?
It doesn't. No.
All? No? No to whom?
So called quarter of
So called illegal. Okay. So So now we'll start with the history, and I think that in the next 5 minutes I'll try to conclude. Mumbai Municipal Corporation and now Pune Municipal Corporation and Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. So these are the three corporations in the Maharashtra decided that it is not giving water to all. Okay, and they are amended their water rules, and they said that the people coming into the slums after this date is not eligible to get regular water connections. Okay, that regularization date is what? Now, previously it was 1995, 1st January 1995. Now it is 1st January 2000. Okay, so the people after 2000 can't access regular water supply. Okay, see now the two facts, right? One is that after 2000 means 15 years. So is how people living without water in 15 years? They are getting water. Okay. Tanker, mafia, okay.
illegal connection.
Illegal connections. Who are giving them these illegal connections? Is that water is from the Methi river? No? Then from where? Which water they are getting?
Municipal water.
Wells? Okay.
Municipal water.
Municipal water? Okay. Actually municipal water. Majority is municipal water they are getting. Okay. But how many people? From 2000 till date, how many these don't wanted people, quote unquote, into the city? Just give a gaze. This city is having 1 crore 50 lakh population, right? Don't share the census figure, that is official. Okay. So what we are trying to say is 1 crore 50 lakh people are living in this city. What you are thinking, how many people in this city is entered into the slums? If you are entered into the flat or bungalow, you are allowed to take water tomorrow also, no problem. But into the slums, what is your gaze on that?
43% of Mumbai city is staying in slums.
Yeah, but many slums are
Regularized.
post 2000,
Yeah,
right?
regularized.
Sorry, pre 2000. So what is post 2000? Just a gaze, one gaze. 10 to 15 lakhs, right? Here, from here. No gaze? Yeah. Same. Great. Oh, just double it. Just double it. Okay, it's 3 million people. 30 lakh people are denied access. Were denied access. 3 million people is not getting water, regular water. And that is a huge issue. Now 3 billion people are getting water through mafia, right? So how much they are paying for it? Are they paying for it? Or they are no? Huh? Or they are thieves? They are looting water like that. Are they paying? Yeah, they are paying, right? So they are paying a 1 rupee for 1 liter. 1 rupee for 1 liter, right? Okay. So Bisleri is having a 18 rupees for 1 liter. So compared to Bisleri, they are getting cheap water. Am I right or wrong? Okay. Let's take 2 more figures. The India's number 1 businessman. What do you think? How much he is paying for 1 liter?
7.5 for 1,000.
6 rupees per
7 to 8 rupees for 1,000 liters.
6 rupees per 10,000. Okay.
So let's make this math easier. Okay. So Bhanudas Kade from Chedanagar is paying 1,000 rupees for 1,000 liter, and the richest person in this country is paying 4 rupees 58 paise for 1,000 liter. And Bisleri is taking water from municipal corporation for 25 rupees for 1,000 liter. L&T is taking water from Mumbai Municipal Corporation for 12 rupees 50 paise for 1,000 liter. Simple, no? Maths, now maths is simple. So what? Is it good? Right? What about you? How much you are paying? How much you are paying? It's saying 4 rupees 58 paise for 1,000 liter. So the availability is denied. Okay? To 3 million people, 30 lakh people in this city. Okay, what about that rest? What you are saying, 43%? Are the rest slum dwellers are equally treated? No. Because this 135 LPCD is now for the buildings. For the buildings. But for the slums, it is 45 LPCD only. So these are the figures. Are these figures asking you some questions? Yes or no? Just okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, so I explained all that in the next slides. Yeah, about quality. So that is again, we conducted, then when I am saying on the one hand, it's only 5% of contamination in the Mumbai municipal water supply. I'm very confident, right? But on the other hand, that 5% is majorly in a slums. Majorly in a slums. Because of poor network. Okay, next. Yeah, so non-notified slums, we already talked about this. Next. Yeah, these are the impacts actually. Then if we are not getting water, how it is impacting? Okay. So Bhanudas Kale, because he has to pay lots of money, he is earning 8,000 rupees, but he has to pay daily 100 rupees or at least 150 rupees for the water. Though then what he is doing? He is not taking bath regularly. He is not washing his clothes. Okay, he may finding some water which looks clean but not safe. Then he is getting diseases, majorly skin diseases and diarrhea. So many that kind of impact. The another impact is that every mother and father is very concerned about their child, right? And we are also very much concerned about children. We all. Children, bachche man ke sache and all. So, but this Bhanudas Kale is having a 4-year child and one 12-year child. And this 12-year girl can't go to school because water is coming, water tanker is coming at the time of school. And for that, her mother and father can't wait because they have to earn. And then she is responsible to take the water. So she is losing her future for today's water. Many children into the communities, these 3 lakh people living there, they now into the business of water. They are started aligning with the mafias. So they are, how the business they are doing? So they are taking gallons on the cycle and going to the mafia, filling the gallons and coming to the community, and then 1 gallon 20 rupees, 1 gallon 25 rupees. The seasonal prices are there, okay. Wherever the water available, then price goes down. Demand supply rules work there, okay. And the prices go high in the April, May and June. Okay. So that is the another impact. That education, people, children are really losing their education. Another impact is that even when they are getting health issues, then again it is a vicious circle. Then they have to go to doctor, they have to go to give money, and then for that money they have to take a credit, and again sometimes if earning family members, because they are most of the time they are daily wage earners, so it is very difficult to run the family. So this is the another aspect. Water is a life. Pani Jeevan hai. Okay. Next. Yeah. We discuss this. Okay. They're very technical. We'll discuss it later. If you are very much interested, I'm giving this PPT sharing, then you can refer. Thanks. Yeah. Governance concept and this. Okay, so this one point I think we should discuss. One is that there is unaccounted for water. Unaccounted for water is many times in many papers are reporting that leakage is 30%, leakage is 40%, like that, right? And this unaccounted for water, but actually means nobody knows how much water is going into the leakage. Nobody knows. Okay. but everybody says some figure, and that is decided. After investing around 17 crore rupees, they said, okay, now it's 5% less. Nobody knows. There is no mechanism to measure that. But this, many times, one aspect we must understand that this unaccounted for water is not only leakage. We are losing, okay, assume that 25% or 30% we are losing the water, but this is not only going in the leakages or evaporation. No. It is going in a theft. Everybody thinks, बोला था ना स्लम वाले पानी छोड़ते हैं. Okay. That is again a not fact. Because when we did ask corporation, let's do check how much water is going to the slums. And it's again only 5%, not more than that. To where the water is going. Then we started another investigation, kind of a CIA investigation, the activist CIA. And we found that major. You know the Jogeshwari Vikrohi link road? Matoshri, anybody knows?
Yes.
It is having 1 inch pipeline. And it is having 2 swimming pools. Can you understand what is the logic? You visited the pride of India, Taj Hotel? Hotel Taj?
Yes.
They are having only 1 inch pipeline. How they are managing? So creative. Okay. So, what is going there? That leakage is not really leakage. Water is going somewhere and getting used. Yeah. So again, as I said that we are really not concerned about water because if anybody knows Marathi, please help me. There is a word called Maz. Sorry.
Survey.
How do we go? So we are getting very arrogant about water. Very arrogant. I am now milding it, okay? There is no. So we are getting very arrogant. Why? We are not caring about it. Why? Because it's full of water. We are full of water. So all newspapers heading, okay, 20% now decrease. Oh my God, how we are going to do this? And all. No, sorry boss. Mumbai Water Department with 12,000 crore rupees reserve. CM said that. The previous CM said that. Okay, we'll get water from the Gujarat, water from the Koina. If that not happened, we'll get water from the Karnataka. We're having lots of money. You can't tell you. And sir, and this figure is very official figure, so it is not my own figure. Okay. So what I am trying to tell, this figure, this irresponsibleness of ours is always going ahead and ahead. How? Municipal corporation gives a sanction. You guys are architect, okay, sorry for this, but Raheja developers come with one good architectural piece called what? Each one flat will have one swimming pool. What you are saying to that? One very good infinity pool. Infinity pool. Okay. So we are going very exploitative manner. We are heading there. So we don't want to see the realities. And we are going and saying, okay, infinity will, each and everybody will have. And that Raheja's hoarding really. Okay. I'm sorry, your college name is Raheja. That's right. But that is a fact. You can't deny it. Okay. Then again the librarian conflict. We already talked about this, that local people, we are snatching really the water resource and then coming here. Okay, for our luxuries like infinity pools. And that we should actually respect how they preserve their resources, right? But anybody thinks about how many lakes we are having? At least in the quantity. Anybody knows Powai? Okay. Tell me other two. Tansa? Badsa Vaitarna? No. In Mumbai. Huh? Bihar. Perfect. And Tulsi. Okay. So where Tulsi located? Tulsi Lake? Many people are new to Mumbai, I think. Right? Yeah. But still the people who are in Mumbai don't know Tulsi. That is the good one. So Tulsi is in a national park. So that's why we can't say it. Okay. But Powai and Bihar, we can say this part in front of Renances, Powai, in backside of Renances is Bihar. Okay. And Renances, we allowed to pollute the Powai. We didn't consider. This is 3% of water which is existing into the Mumbai, and we are really taking care of it. Very good way, right? Building roads and all. So JVLR, now we are proposing another road. We are not concerned about, pardon? We are not concerned about the rivers also. Mumbai has 5 rivers. Okay. Just Google it and identify. You will not find it. Okay. Just search. Okay. One river is very famous, world famous river in Mumbai. Thank you very much. So, we polluted all the wells. Okay. So, there is no allowed to use the wells as per the MCGM's regulations. Why? Because of drainage and many other leakages, the underground water is already contaminated, so we are not allowed to use that. So actually what I am trying to tell you with that mass is that we are not concerned what really resources we are having in the city about water resources. We are very much happy that we can get water, I can pay and I'll get it, right? So that arrogance is there. Then lack of political will. So there is that we will discuss really how that political will is not really helping. And then supply side approach, okay. There is no conservation measures. Everybody will, you people will start that rainwater harvesting, right? Okay? From 2007 till date, there is hundreds of buildings developed. It's only 7 buildings is having a functional rainwater harvesting. इनको है क्या वो एक्ट रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग कंपलसरी वगैरह ऐसे नहीं है, पता है? ओके कंपलसरी है पर वो फंक्शनल नहीं है. Yeah, so we are very much, that is again a part of that mass. Okay, and the another thing is that we don't want to recycle the water. That is the very important point. We don't want to do the recycling. The Delhi is doing the recycling, Rajasthan is doing the recycling, Surat is doing the recycling. we don't want to do it. Some technical answers we have. We need to now the two pipelines. People will get confused. Sorry. Metro is very new. Are people getting confused? Used to it. Okay. Yeah. Then another conservation is about the Chitale committee report. Next slide. Yeah. Okay. This is not the previous one. Yeah. So Chitale committee report is clearly state that there is a need that these people, municipal corporation should give a responsibility to the industries and commercial houses to make their own water. Why? Because we are having a sea. So they can install the desalination plants and take the water. But still, like Bisleri should invest their money, right? Why municipal corporation purified water they are giving to the Bisleri and they are packaging it and selling it? Right? Or wrong? Right. So that's why Chitale committee said that these whole big hospitals, hostels and that kind of things should take the responsibility to create their own water sources. But that is not really, municipal corporation is not really the implementing it. And these are some of the myths I already talked about. The people break the pipe, poor, this is very important. Poor doesn't pay the water bill. We should do the Right to Information Act application and take the all 24 wards, first 500 people who is defaulter in payment. And we got only 3 people from the slums and rest of them, you can't believe it. I think I mentioned that. That's all government departments, railways, High Court, MADA, police stations, police headquarters, Maharashtra police headquarters, as well as the Tata Mills, Akruti developers, Raheja developers, then this one, that mall, Atria Mall. So, then that one housing colony in the Andheri, that model town, known as model town. Model town. So you found that kind of names. Okay, but the assumption is what? Poor are not paying. And then we got a data from the department that 93% people, means what is the ratio of the people from the poor, because there is a difference between two connections. Because of charge you can, for the slums it is 3 rupees 58 paise, and for the buildings it's 4 rupees 58 paise. So the data says that 93% slums are paying before due dates.
And they probably do not have
Proper
the tap
access.
in the house.
No, not tap. It's collective. All
Yeah,
collective.
it's shared.
It's shared. It's always shared. Yeah. So when we already slums consume more water, we already said that. It's now. So the actual figures is like municipal corporations claiming that they are giving 45 LPCD to the slum and 200 LPCD to the building areas. They are their official figures. They are saying. And then, yeah, there is a myth that increasing population is a problem. Actually, that is not. Okay, just calculate, simple calculation, 1 crore 50 lakh people divided by 3,350 million liter. See how much water we are having. Okay, it's simple. It's 200 LPCD. Okay, simple calculation. We are having lots of water. So water department is in financial crisis. No, I already. So in that point of time, it was 4 crore reserve. Now it is 12,000 crore rupees reserve. So it's huge reserve. And and this department is a profit-making department for last 33 years. I'll just tell you why. because not they are efficient very much. They are efficient, but why? Because they are charging slums the sewerage tax of 60% of their water, and only 2% of slums is having a sewerage network. Rest of the people only paying without getting a service. Okay, water department is insufficient. Means insufficient is not inefficient. Sorry, inefficient is what? Actually, that is not. The department is having a really good engineers. So we'll talk about mad dog theory. Anybody knows what is mad dog theory? No? If you want to kill somebody, sorry, if you want to kill one dog, okay, you want to kill one dog. You don't do anything. You just start crying and shouting that this dog is mad. People come, kill him. Simple. So like this department is happening. Okay, this department is not working. You start. Not working, you start. Not working, they start. Not working. Everybody says, water department is not working. Let's privatize it. It's a mad dog care. Okay. Next. Yeah, there is no water. I already told you that. It's the biggest lie. There is no water. This is the Asia's richest, richest municipal corporation. So they can't say that. Okay. Yeah. So these are already. And privatization can solve the problem. Sorry, no. So previously we used to hear that. Go to Paris, see what a system. Now we are telling that people. Go to Paris, see what a system. Why? Because they re-municipalize. Because no company can give this kind of service, the municipal kind of a service. So that is what fact. And it is not only Paris, okay? Paris, I am giving an example. It's a global phenomenon now. Water is getting a municipalization. This is the final one. So water is for life and not for profit. You can't make profit. It's a life. Okay. Everybody agrees in the initial discussion, right? Water is a life? Yes. Is it for profit? No. Thank you. Thank you very much. Questions?
Does anyone have any questions for sir?
When was the last time the water department upgraded its network?
It's a continuous process. Okay, so they keep upgrading the networks, but sometimes what they has means it's a technical answer now. They has one cell called leak detection and prevention cell that is defunct, and we then very much pressurize them. And from last 3 years, they started in some areas where the leakages are in huge quantities. They started this leak detection and prevention. But what we are demanding now is that it should be across city, and there will be a separate setup altogether for the leak detection and prevention.
And the other question is, are wells not to be used? Is that now confirmed?
Yes, it's a regulation. It's a regulation.
But we still see a lot of tankers utilizing the wells.
Exactly.
So a lot of the times the water that is coming from the tankers is likely to be more contaminated.
Yeah.
There was an effort to privatize water in Mumbai. Can you talk very briefly about that?
Okay. There was an effort in 2005 that to privatize the Mumbai's water supply, and okay. Yeah. So there was an effort, And what effort they started with? Okay, K East, you know K East, right? There is one administrative ward, K East in the Mumbai, and they started that this is a huge ward, and we should see the how if private company can take over that water management, water supply management, and they initiated the things, but they said that this is a study, and they started a consultations, and we participate in the consultations. Any study we are participating, so we are very much for participatory urban governance. Okay, so we are really participating, and I am really inviting you to also participate in everything what government is doing. You will get a real gyan. So we got a real gyan. Okay, this is not really the study. This is a privatization. Then we started mobilizing people, and then saying that okay, this is not really the study, and these are the things that they are going to do, that they are going to privatize the water supply. And then the whole campaign called Pani Hakka Abhiyan. Pani Hakka Abhiyan started. And that Pani Hakka Abhiyan is started in 2005 in many people, not only the slums and the intellectuals from the academics like IIT, many hydraulic engineers like Janak Daftari, he is one core leader, then Afsar Jafri, Surbi Sinha, Mohan Soni. So all these people really contributed well as engineers, as well as many activists contributed. And then people started talking about it. And in the third consultation, which is the last to take a decision, so we already, and it is not only about opposing water privatization. We were very thorough. We are opposing water privatization because we are believe that municipal corporation can deliver best. And for that, already municipal corporation's engineer prepared a master plan of water supply, proposed master plan. But nobody want to listen to them. And now they are implementing it, but that point of time. And finally, then all the pressure come into, and then in the third consultation, they decided that okay, we are not going to privatize, and then there will be a one campaign called Sujal Mumbai Abhiyan. You can see the board still somewhere, Sujal Mumbai Abhiyan. It came into that. But in that consultation, then because administration agreed to that, but some political representatives who was standing committee chairman and all, they got a clash with us. Okay, this is not done. Then we said that it should not be done. The Sujal Mumbai Abhiyan should be continued to strengthen the water department. And this that Sujal Mumbai Abhiyan, what should be a so I skip that slide of governance. What should be the changes needed to be in a water department, and all that we submitted. And then for final consultation we presented all that, but they will not agree, and he got arrogant, and then they started abusing verbally, and then our people all get angry, and then they get angry. Then it leads to a good fight, and all the cases and arrests, all that happened. But finally, that privatization stops. But that privatization stopping, that privatization is not really a small win. It's a global kind of thing, because many people started reflecting after that about what is really the remunicipalization is. And now people is talking about that remunicipalization. Yeah.
In terms of the calculation of 45 and say 130, out of that, when we decide these numbers, one aspect that we consider is also like if we consider flushing in that. So if an average, say we go 4 times, so 6 liters per flush, so around 24 to 25 liters per person every day for flushing. So is that included in that 45? But then why would they include it? Because there are public toilets. Usually in slums, it's not that everybody has an individual toilet. So even in terms of the society, because recently in the society that I used to say, they used to take the drinking water for flushing. So that calculation is subtracted, and then I mean that water is say subtracted from the calculation for daily use, so that so that the drinking water gets used for, say, the drinking purpose, and we not use it for flushing, then can it improve in terms of the numbers? I mean, I'm not understanding. Like, because we are using almost the same water and we are giving it the same kind of status for drinking and for flushing.
Yeah.
So if you separate it from the municipal line itself and not give that same line for water and give it, say, differently, so that if it is about recycling, then individually the society will start recycling it. If it is not given directly from the municipality for flushing it, because a lot of it goes into that.
We have only one water.
Yeah,
We don't have
but then that,
separate water.
because we get it, if it is so high, I mean, I didn't even know it was, that our corporation was number one for getting it clean. If it is so clean, why should it be used, given the same status?
Yeah. Means that is what I didn't share that because of time, because there is efforts from our side that to convince the municipal corporation to do the double pipeline and give the recycle the water and give it back for the secondary purposes, not for the primary purposes like drinking, cooking, cleanliness, not for that, but at least for the flushing and that kind of stuff.
Will that happen at the level of the society?
Or
does
will it happen at the
Does
corporate?
it happen at a centralized level or does it happen at the building?
It will not happen at the buildings. It should happen as the centralized, because it's a huge network needed. It's not a society can do.
But I'm not sure, but isn't there some kind of regulation that for a society or especially institutes of a certain size need to have their own recycle system? Because I know that I studied in Father Agnel Polytechnic and they used to have their own recycle, water
And
recycle
then that's
system.
their own initiative, that is not regulation.
Okay.
So there is no regulation. But some people are
That
really
could
taking
happen
initiative.
when in
Yeah,
a big
like Don
enough
Bosco,
society.
Kurla, they are also doing
They,
it. They are also doing it.
even residential societies with a certain size can have their own recycle plant and use their own recycled water for flushing and others.
Exactly.
Like, you know, a lot of taboos that people have with recycled water. Actually, that is a bigger problem.
Yeah,
People have issues की नाही आम्ही नाही वापरणार.
But that's a question of education
Yeah, we have
and
to set all that to live in the Lodha.
Study Singapore.
Maybe. Why? Because they are using recycling, but nobody is complaining. So, because colony is very posh, but people, because they don't
even
have access to
gardening, flushing all these.
Yeah. That.
Can you explain the recent High Court order that was won by Pania Samati?
It's brief. Okay. So this denial of municipal corporation on this cut-off date basis, we challenged that because what is a fundamental right? Okay, it should be fundamental right. It is not articulated well till now, but it should be articulated. And some Supreme Court, some High Court judgments already tried to articulate that. And then we argued to the Mumbai High Court that you should take an initiative and say that municipal corporation, because this municipal corporation is having money, having water, so there is no problem to giving access to all. Okay, and another point was that and its impacts. And then we strategized that because we tried with the municipal corporation pleading them, but then that didn't work. Then we started pleading the National Human Rights Commission, State Human Rights Commission, all the authorities, but they were not really listening. So finally we choose that let's take a call and approach judiciary. And we approached judiciary, and judiciary was that means that is again not very simple job. Okay, judiciary, you filed application, the next month you are getting judgment. No, we filed application in 2010. Okay, it got registered in 2012. Okay, and then we have to. Then the High Court means Chief Justice is clearly stating that what is this? Water is not fundamental right. This is the first statement of Chief Justice. Oh, they are illegal, no. This is the second statement. So So this is the judiciary, okay. Then we have to strategize into that also. Okay sir, thank you very much. Keep it on hold, next date पे देखेंगे. We'll see next. Then next day, then they got transfer, right? Okay, for this case now this will be the judge. And that the coincidentally one or two good judge came on the bench and they agreed with the logics given by us, the regulations given by us, and for that also it is not again only about that. Again, pressure needed. Means we collect lots of data, we analyze it, make small stories. Like you got many stories like today. So it is an effort that 2-3 years we have to make. Who is not paying, how much who are paying, what is the impact of that. So many studies we did, data analysis we did, and finally that going to the media and media building a pressure, then finally judge says that okay, let's take it on the hearing. And on the 15th December 2014, the final hearing came. Because corporation don't want. Corporation actually want to create a conflict. Like on the last day, on the 13th of December, corporation come with one person who was a middle class, fighting for environment and saying, okay, don't give water to the slums because if you give water to the slums, they will cut the mangroves and they will get settled there. What is the rationale? They already settled. No, you will encourage the future settlements. Is it a casteist perspective? No? Let's think. Okay. So, that happened and finally then, just said, okay, the judgment is that water is of very necessary need of the human life. And he also gives all gyan. And finally he said that it is not that access to water is giving a legal right to settle them. But it is your responsibility to give wherever the people are settling themselves, provide water. So now you heard about Swachh. Swachh what? Bharat, India, Swachh Bharat. Okay. Now Swachh Bharat is saying कि सबको शौचालय मिले. Now you are saying 6 liters per one time. कहाँ से मिलना चाहिए ना शौचालय में डालने के लिए? It's what is the propaganda Swachh Bharat. What it comes to now? Municipal Corporation come with the circular on the 25th July. What? Okay, we will implement Swachh Bharat as per the Mr. Pradhan. Okay, and all, and stating that, but we will give only toilets to the people who came prior to 1st January 2000. See how Swachh Bharat will happen. So it's a challenge, no? So that judgment actually means why we are still fighting that, because we know that these schemes on Swachh and will come and go, and previously it was Sujal Maharashtra. Sujal Nirmal Maharashtra. Previously it was Sujal Nirmal Maharashtra, now it is Swachh Maharashtra. So all name changes will happen, but not the policy. And we need a policy change. And we need that policy change, and that's why we are fighting. And this fight will go on, I think. And we need to continue that struggle.